welcome back to the channel. Today's topic is going to be a little bit of a different one. This topic is the 5 reasons why change fails. So what are we talking about? Change could really just be anything. You have a goal, you've set this goal, and you're trying to achieve this goal. It could be, weight loss or some sort of personal transformation. And for whatever reason, it just goes nowhere. Why is it, right? Why do people fail to implement change in their life? This is a little more of a topic of conversation for health coaches. That's where it's coming from. But at the same time, I think this is something that everybody can apply to their life. So let's get into it. 5 reasons why change fails. Reason number 1 is the change is not sustainable. These are people that are either given incorrect advice, inadequate advice, or it's just the wrong application. So, examples of this that I love to use is, eat less, move more, right? I really believe that this fails so many people simply because the advice is incorrect. We know since World War II that if we calorically restrict, that we will slow down metabolism. And keep in mind that you can only sort of deny yourself a sufficient amount of food for so long before your body will compensate in one way or another. It may compensate in multiple ways. And the worst case scenario may be that it slows down your metabolism. It drives obsessive behaviors around food, makes you really hungry. So when you do give into food, guess what? You end up gaining weight rather than losing weight. Or you lose weight for, 1 or 2 weeks, and then you gain it all back and more. Or maybe it happens over 1 or 2 months. However long it is, the point is that the change is not sustainable because the advice is simply not correct. So telling people that they need to eat less food is obviously it's advice, in my opinion, that flies in the face of the science around metabolism and caloric restriction. Reason number 2 why change fails is people don't have adequate support systems. So what does this mean? This is community, right? When you're going through any kind of change, you need a community to rely on, to ask questions of, to ask for guidance, and to help support you in your own efforts. So if you don't have an adequate support system, you may run into struggles and really not be able to overcome whatever barriers it is that you're running into. One of the ways that people learn is simply by observing other individuals. So in that case, by not having a community full of other individuals that they can observe or that they can consult, might hinder your ability to make the change successfully. A third reason why change fails is that people haven't established strong goals and values. This is the what and the why. What is it you want to achieve? And why do you want to achieve that? So the what you want to achieve is usually pretty easy, although some people even get this wrong. A lot of times with clients, it's normal to hear, oh, well, what are you looking to do? And they say, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds or 20 pounds. And then when you get into the why, well, why is that important to you? And then you find out that really what the person is looking for is not just weight loss. What they're really looking for is, I want to have less pain. So what do you want? You want less pain in your joints. Why? So you can have better mobility. Or what do you want? You want more energy. Why? So you can keep up with your kids and enjoy your life, enjoy your family. Those are strong whats and whys. And the really weak one is, I want to lose weight. Why? Oh, because I'll feel better, right? You have scratched the surface. You've gotten the real, very typical answer in that case, but you haven't really delved into the answer uh, that's probably truly motivating this person to change in the first place. And if the person hasn't elaborated on their own really what and why strongly, then eventually they may get to a point where they maybe run out of willpower or lose sight of really why they want to change. They sort of may lose motivation as time goes on, and having that strong goal, what they want to do, and the strong value of why they want to do it, something that's very important to them, that has significant meaning to them, that is something that will help them maintain motivation. Okay, reason number 4 why change fails. People don't have a good plan for change, right? They don't know how to implement change, and the scope of change may be overwhelming. In these cases, really, it's just a matter of understanding that every goal that you set needs to be broken down into smaller goals. And then those smaller goals, that have a shorter achievable time frame, maybe even need to be also broken down into smaller goals, things that you can progress and achieve on a daily or a weekly basis. And then at the end of the day, it essentially just becomes, kind of a numbers game of moving in general towards the goal more than you're moving away from it. And I know that's really vague, but let me give you an example. So the way they achieve that goal, well, let me just talk about myself. That way this is less nebulous. My own journey towards weight loss was embracing a ancestral elimination diet, which is often referred to as the carnivore diet. And my initial goal really was just to try this for 30 days. That was it. I really just said, I handled it on day-by-day basis. If I ate 100% carnivore on one day, that was a great thing, right? And if the next day I had something that I thought, well, that maybe wasn't perfect, but overall I was 95% today versus 100%. Again, I didn't let 5% just ruin everything for me. I didn't go, oh, I wasn't perfect, I might as well give up, which is something that happens from time to time. People sort of demand perfection from themselves, which is impossible in the long term. And that's another one of those, back to number 1, is it sustainable? So what you need to be demanding from yourself is that you're just generally doing enough to move towards the goal, and you have a way to measure those. And then you really recognize when you achieve those goals. You think, how did I do today? Ate 100% carnivore, and I didn't have this, that, or the other, and I didn't miss them either. So you have a plan for change. You implemented that, and on this particular day, you had a lot of positive outcomes, and you celebrated those. That's an important part of having a plan for change, is having these discrete tasks and recognizing when you achieve them. Okay, a 5th reason why change fails. Well, change is not aligned with the individual's goals or values. Basically, this boils down to they either don't have the right goals or values, or they're seeking them in a way that they don't enjoy. What's a good example of this? I always like to use the example of a person who hates running. Why? Because I hate running. And if you told me, or had told me a year ago, the only way to lose 50 pounds and get healthy is to go out and run every day, I would say, okay, I guess I'm not going to lose 50 pounds and I'm not going to get healthy. That's it. It's a no-go for me. There's reasons why, and a lot of times when people are doing things they don't want to do, there's reasons why. My own personal reasons for not wanting to run is because it aggravates an injury that I have. And if I go for a run, I'm going to be in pain for 3 days afterwards, and I'm going to feel terrible. And I would rather not feel terrible for 3 days and be in agonizing pain so that I can be healthier. So, when your change is not aligned with your goals and your values, i.e., you're doing something you don't enjoy, it can be, obviously, there can be a reason why, and you need to sort of listen to yourself on that. Be honest with yourself on that. So, that's something I encourage all clients to do, is to be honest with what they want to do, how they want to implement their change. So, I hope you found this 5 reasons why change fails to be an interesting topic, something I never really thought about before I was a coach. And I think it's something that's important for clients to really be walked through. And I do try to emphasize all 5 of these with my clients to set them up for success. What do you think of reasons why change fails? Do you have any others that maybe don't fall into these 5? Or maybe you have one that better explains one of these? Any comments below, I'd appreciate. I hope you enjoyed today's topic, and I will see you next time. So if you enjoyed today's information, I provide information just like this to my clients to help improve energy, burn fat, and build muscle through an ancestral lifestyle and diet. My program doesn't involve gimmicks like bars and shakes, counting points, tracking macros, or even spending hours and hours doing cardio in the gym. Now, I've not only used this program to help clients improve well-being and health, but I also used it as a part of my own personal transformation. So if you're looking for an easy, intuitive way of eating and simple lifestyle adjustments to improve your well-being, then click on the link in the description below to book your free no obligation discovery call today.